Hello again, and welcome to the penultimate tranche of this year's Harper's 50 Best Indies 2026 listing, as we move into the heady heights of the top 20. I'm Andrew Catchpole, editor of Harper's Wine and Spirit, and once again this year we're revealing the 50 best list across the course of the week, with places 20 to 11 unveiled today. And tomorrow, of course, we'll meet the final 10, with those results filmed live at our top 10 indie merchant lunch earlier in the week. Once again, before we begin this year's countdown, I'd like to thank our sponsors, who are Walker & Woodhouse and Laurent Perrier, whose generous support makes the UK's 50 Best Indies possible. Okay, starting at 20, we head to the gateway to the West Country. With a third outlet opened late last year, this very sustainably focused merchant is refreshingly innovative, always striving to break down the barriers around wines and spirits. Wines on tap, an also-open list for staff and customers alike to sample, weekly changing wines by the glass, DJ nights, a kitchen to host pop-ups with food, lively wine events and tie-ins with other local businesses are all part of the mix at this buzzing indie. This merchant is no less than Bristol's Cask. Next we move to London to meet number 19. Now with 5 hybrid shops, a healthy online presence and an incredibly diverse range of global grape varieties informing a portfolio tailored to each location, this merchant imports some 30% of its range direct to underpin its indie ethos. Collaborations with restaurants and other local businesses also feature strongly here, and tasting events such as Greek wines and gyros and Pinots and pizza mix quality with an unpretentious vibe. Spread around the leafy western neighbourhoods of London, it is the good wine shop. Okay, so Shropshire provides the home for number 18. Some 7 stores plus a compact wine and tapas bar in its Shrewsbury flagship branch point to the success of this still family-owned and run merchant. And despite celebrating over 180 years in business, this company remains very active and innovative, running more than 50 events a year, supporting some 200 causes, and smartly tailoring its marketing as its customer demographic changes. This is, of course, Tanner's Wines. On to 17, and we zoom in on Essex. With a name that means real wine and a second hybrid store joining the fold late last year, this merchant focuses in on artisanal scale, biodynamic and sustainably farmed wines, also wholesaling its goodies to other wine shops, restaurants and bars. Needless to say, indigenous and rare grape varieties are to the fore, with Spain a big focus, and Portugal, Italy, France, and even Peru well represented. This merchant is Leon C. Gem Vino Vero. London calls again with number 16. Running 10 quasi-autonomous shops across several of London's smarter postcodes, this pucker group offers retail, wholesale and private client sales, but never loses its independent nature and appeal. Importing a growing number of its own agency wines from Italy and France, the New World is also well represented, as evidenced across a healthy roster of engaging tastings and events run through the year. I'm sure you will have guessed it, this is Jeroboam's. So, on to 15, and we land in academia. With 3 shops, this specialist importer of wines is strong on finding emerging talented winemakers in classic regions, but covers all bases with over 3,000 wines and spirits stocked from both traditional and emerging regions. Transparency and sharing with other wine businesses is part of the commendable ethos here, as is tireless lobbying of government over punitive tax increases on behalf of the wider trade. This indie is the ever-impressive Cambridge Wine Merchants. Scotland beckons at number 14. Busy driving its wholesale side forward by working with accounts to carefully tailor an offer to their needs, the retail side of this popular Marchmont fixture also holds bags of appeal. This indie champions a host of natural, organic and biodynamic producers, with an ever-changing global list of hand-curated wines, plus a great selection of whiskies and beers, all sold by a team that love to inspire. In Edinburgh, we have Cork and Cask. Okay, moving ever further up the list, at 13, Cornwall makes an appearance. This cosy hybrid wine shop and bar is a firm Padstow favourite, both for the friendly dedication of the ever-professional team and the compelling focus on wines with a story, made by people that the staff want to support. The range is thus slanted towards sustainable and natural finds and complemented by own production wines and spirits, such as the fizzy Bum Bum Pet Nat, Orange Wine Electron, and Padstow Sea Maiden Gin. A form of concession model, working with other local businesses, along with a doubling down on the quality of the offer, has also driven sales higher this past year. This indie is, of course, Padstow's Bin 2. In at 12, we have a Manchester powerhouse and our Northwest standout. This highly innovative indie is above all dedicated to creating welcoming spaces where customers can relax, taste and enjoy wine. Founded in 2003, the business has grown to 5 sites, now operating alongside a thriving wholesale and corporate arm, plus an online shop, which continue to drive growth despite a tough economic climate. By introducing greater autonomy for managers, broadening the range and never forgetting that at heart, wine should be fun, this well-run operation continues to thrive. Queen of the North, it's Reserve Wines. Okay, landing at 11 and topping our list today is this fine Surrey outfit. Serving the good people of Surrey and Sussex since 2001, the 1,000 odd wines and spirits tucked into this beautifully modernised barn are strong on the likes of Bordeaux, Burgundy, Italy and Spain, but with a firm global reach and further strengths in English fizz and non-vintage champagnes. Of the many innovations and initiatives rolled out here, one recent success has been the hosting of online fine wine auctions, joining the roster of events, collaborations with local food businesses and cellaring that are just some of the services offered. This merchant is the ever-excellent Taurus Wines. So that's it for today, and on behalf of Harpers, I'd like to extend big congratulations to those merchants that have so far made our top 20. These are among the best in the business, impressing our judges with typically multifaceted operations, firing off all cylinders so very well. Cheers. Well done all, and we look forward to unveiling the final 10, filmed live as we delivered the top tranche order in the company of those merchants. And as ever, this will be at the same time, in the same place tomorrow. And thank you once more for listening in.